What's up, Unphazed family? I got another incredible episode for you guys today. I had the honor, the privilege of having a very special guest on the episode, Santiago Salazar, the founder and driving force behind Flor Keeps. I got to meet him. It's a flower shop not too far, literally right down the block from me. I got to meet him. He's such an amazing guy, inspiring entrepreneur. I got to hear about how Flor Keeps started. It's 5 years strong, and they've worked with NASCAR and all these amazing companies. So it was an honor and it was a privilege to have him on the pod. In this episode, we're going to dive deep into the success and the decisions that made Flor Keeps successful. But then I also got to talk to him about my life a little bit, man. But this is a great episode. I know you guys are going to love it. Let's stay unfazed. Let's do it.
Strangers on the second date. And I'm like, I just want to get to it. I just want to know more about this person.
Forget all the fluff. I'm trying to...
Right.
Who are you?
I'm not afraid to have those kinds of conversations with people in general. I mean, we've had good chats, but whatever you want to ask me from a professional, an emotional, spiritual level, like nothing's off guard. The only thing I can say that's like off limits would me getting like specific about.
I'm unfazed, yeah, I'm unfazed. I'm unfazed, yeah, I'm unfazed. I'm unfazed, yeah, finna stack this paper. I'm unfazed, yeah, finna stack this paper. I'm unfazed.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I've been on a couple podcasts, but this is probably like the most like put together I've seen.
It's funny you say that because me, like, I'm not, I would say self-conscious. Is that probably the good word? But it's like, I'm like, this isn't good enough yet. Or it's like, I'm always, not even that it's not good enough. I'm always thinking, okay, what's the next thing?
Yeah.
Or how can I get better? Or this is not. So, but it's funny. We were talking about Theo Von. I went to Theo Von's, his podcast. It's funny how you can hear everything, right? You can hear the little jiggle.
Yeah.
But I went to Theo Von's podcast and I'm on this would be episode 56. 56th episode I did. And I'm like, damn, that's kind of a lot of episodes already. I went to Theo Von's 55th episode or whatever. When I was looking at it, it looked just like this. Like the level, the quality, the everything. And it's so cool just to see that because it's like, now you see where he is now. It's like, it just takes time. Like you're going to keep learning. You're going to keep updating. But just like we said, do the thing. Like don't stop. Don't quit. Because I'm like, this was... over 5, like I don't even know. He's on like episode 1,000, whatever. But it's like this was 8 years ago. He was doing that, and it looked just like this. Him sitting there like this, quality level. I don't even know if he had any sign, but I'm like, wow, it's beautiful to see that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then one of the episodes, it was like one of the early episodes. He was literally had some like what's it called, like these little headphones in like this, and was like, hey man, I'm just trying to talk to y'all for a second. I'm like, oh my God. It's cool to see the journey.
Yeah.
It's very cool to see the journey. And I think that's something that's really cool just to see in everybody's life. Like everybody thinks, oh, Theo Von or whoever, it's like, you're just the greatest. No, it's like you started from this. They don't see that though. They just see what you are now, which is cool.
Right. Keep it up. I think what's cool about his environment too is that from a listener's perspective or a viewer's perspective is that when you're looking at the guests on the show or the environment, you're very kind of tapped into like his world. Like he's got books and different like artifacts and things around him that like are important to him or are part of his journey. And being in here, I'm like getting into your world a little bit too. Physically, the location we're in.
Literally.
Right?
Literally. But
also what I'm seeing around me is like I'm learning a lot about you as well. So don't stop doing that.
I appreciate that.
Because the bells and whistles are cool.
Yes.
But don't remove yourself along the way.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Because you see the jersey.
Yeah.
You know, that's my baby right there. That's my baby, number 29. But, yeah, bro, I appreciate that. And I do think, I battle with that for sure.
Yeah.
I battle with like, okay, I need to be better. I need to update this. Or how can I be... I'm competing with other people. Like I think it's just the athlete in me. It's like I'm always competing. Okay, how can I get better at this? And I think that's a good thing. But I found myself even in the way I would do episodes. I'm making my episodes like Joe Rogan, or I'm making an episode like. But this is not the Joe Rogan podcast. This is the Unphazed podcast. So it's like talk about what you want to talk about. Like, and when I think about what is the essence of the podcast? Like you asked me that earlier, like kind of what do I generally talk about? I think the main thing is like I figured out whatever I want to, but it's like me. What I'm thinking about, how I feel, how I can connect with people, and I'm bringing all type of entrepreneurs on and athletes on. And I think Theo Von-esque on kind of how he does, just being himself. I think just trying to be myself and open that up to the audience and like kind of throw it at the wall, and whoever stays around. No, and I think that's the cool part about it that I enjoy.
Yeah. Stick to what you like.
Yes.
Bring on the people that like you want to get to know, that inspire you. The audience is fantastic, don't get me wrong. Shout out to you guys for listening and tuning in. That's fantastic, but people want to see how you get excited. So like going back to those other podcasters, like they're bringing on guests that they're interested and fascinated about, not thinking about, ooh, the audience would love
they
to
would
hear
love
from
this.
This is going to give me a lot of clicks or a lot of views on this. It's like, I'm genuinely curious about how the world of astronomy works.
Exactly.
I'm going to bring the professor of SMU or whatever.
Yes.
Whatever that looks like.
Yes.
So,
and I think that's so cool. And I think I'm glad you said that, because I often think about like even the guests that I bring on, right? It's like there's certain things that I am interested in the world that I'm ignorant about, that I would love to know about. Like, so you just said like a professor at SMU that talks about politics or world relations. I'm like, that would be so interesting to me, especially like just in the times we are now, seeing people that dedicate their lives and these are their professions, and just talking to them from like a person who just watches like freaking Candace Owens or Joe Rogan and just fucking whatever news station I watch, so I think that I love that aspect. But I know we're talking, but I think I want to say thank you to you, because I think it's very rare that you meet people, and like I said, I'm gonna probably keep saying this, probably the third time I said it, but it's like people that are doing the thing, whatever that thing is. And I think that's just such a beautiful thing, because a lot of people, it's like, I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but people are like distracted, and the world, life is tough, especially nowadays. It's expensive. You're doing whatever you can to make ends meet. Most 99% of the people are paycheck to paycheck trying to make ends meet. So I think somebody who has found a passion or a lane, when I came into that store to get those flowers, just that genuine conversation, I felt that energy from you. So I think that was very cool, and I appreciate you for extending that olive branch and just back to me, having that conversation, and then being willing to come on the podcast. I appreciate you for that, brother.
No, I appreciate you having me. Appreciate you taking the energy out of your day to get in the car and go see something new, something different, something you might have heard of, and coming to see just what I've created. So like whether you bought something or not, like just you stepping inside is enough. So thank you for making the choice to come support what I do. I appreciate that, and it got us here. Yeah, man. So tell me about that though. Yeah, because I stepped into there, and it's like not knowing what I was walking into. I just knew at that moment, what I get those for. So my fiance, like, she ain't looking, but so what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make it a point to like surprise her, keep the relationship fresh and just do that. So it's like, she's coming from the airport, I want to bring her some flowers, things like that. And I seen your store many of times right on that strip. It's literally right here. You see how close it is. Came down there and just met you and had an amazing conversation. But then I seen the passion behind what it is that you do, how you even showed through all the flowers and, okay, we got this, you do this. I could see there was passion behind it. But tell me, like, Flor Keeps, right? Right. Tell me about, like, how did that even start? Well, Flor Keeps is a preserved and dried flower shop, right? All of our flowers, they last many, many years without any water required, limited to no maintenance. Just literally keep them inside and you're good. Just look at them. Don't even do anything else. Yeah, that's it. So put water on them, or no, don't ever. Don't ever put any water into these flowers, man. How did I get into Flor Keeps? Well, I didn't grow up loving flowers. I'm not passionate about flowers. That's what I was gonna ask you. Yeah, I didn't grow up on the. You wasn't a flower boy growing up? No, I wasn't. Right, I wasn't working on gardens or drawing in my notebook or anything like that. But I knew that when I was a kid, my mom would ask me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I told her I want to be a businessman, right? With the idea of carrying a briefcase, walking around New York City in a suit. Like, I had this vision of being a businessman, and so In college, I studied business.
What college you go to?
I went to Southwestern University.
Where's that at?
It's in Georgetown, Texas. That's
Nice.
about
Okay.
45 minutes north of Austin. It's a very small private liberal
Yeah.
arts university, but gave me the opportunity to play soccer my full years.
Oh, okay.
And then also study business and have that small classroom feel with really, really great professors.
Were you nice at soccer?
Oh, it was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Played my whole life. It's the only sport I ever played. Still
Really?
play today.
Really?
Until my body gives out. But man,
Come on, you got to.
Man, it's the best. It's the best.
What position?
Left midfield.
I don't like. I'm asking like I know
Yeah,
know
like you know
soccer.
the
Yeah, I'm
game.
like yeah. What position? Okay.
No, yeah, dude. I used to play on the wing. For those that know, it requires a lot of running back and forth, up and down. Then I started to get into defense. It's just I'm a very physical person on the field.
Come on.
I'm stronger than I am faster, so I defend better.
Okay.
But yeah, soccer's been a part of my whole family, my whole life, man. I've been to a few World Cups to go see with my father and my family. It's a passion of ours. It just never goes away.
Yeah. Did you have dreams of wanting to be professional?
No,
You didn't.
I only got passionate about soccer when I was maybe in 8th grade. So I'd argue I was a little bit too late in the come up of
Yeah. The development.
yeah.
Yeah.
Having the ambition to be in different clubs and
Yeah.
give up a lot of
For
things
sure.
in my childhood to meet those dreams. I didn't have those dreams that young. Around 8th grade was when I was told that I was good enough to play in college, and I said, "Oh, that's interesting."
Yeah.
So once I started getting into 9th grade, freshman of high school, like I didn't want to do anything else besides go play D1 soccer, right? Like,
Yep.
I had coaches telling me I had what it took. I'm like, well, they know what they're talking about, so let's get after that. So the
Yeah.
biggest ambitions I had growing up in regards to soccer was really just making it to go play college.
Yeah.
And having done that is enough for me. I never felt like, that pipe dream never really came true. I just time and place, and I think that's just how life played out for me.
And it ran its course for you.
It ran its
still
course.
running its course. 'Cause
Sure.
You still playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I studied business in school.
Yeah.
After I graduated, I got into the corporate world. I started working for Expedia,
Okay.
and I loved my job, man. I love my job. Started from the bottom, pretty much made it to the top. It was amazing. And then COVID happened, right? In the travel industry, when no one can leave,
Yeah.
problems arise, right?
Yeah.
So we're working from home, business isn't going well. I fell into some pretty poor habits, and easy corporate decision to let me go. So in a position
And
where
when you say poor habits, what do you mean? Like work habits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
man.
You just not working as hard, or like
wasn't working as hard, I
Yeah.
wasn't motivated,
Yeah.
I maybe didn't get a job that I felt like I deserved, like a promotion I felt like I deserved at the time, and working from home put me in a very negative mindset.
Yeah.
Not something that I was typically used to admitting to my peers, but it happened. And in the midst of that, decisions lead to consequences, and I chose that route, and there's a result of that.
Yeah.
So in a moment of uncertainty, man, I didn't have a job. I had COVID, got out of a relationship. Everything comes down.
That's
in
a lot,
man.
yeah.
It was rough. So pause there. My family. My dad works in fresh cut flowers.
Okay.
He's been selling bouquets of fresh cut flowers to supermarkets over the last 15 years.
Is that a brand, Fresh Cut Flowers?
No, it's
Or are you just saying that's what he did, Fresh Cut Flowers?
Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so I say fresh cuts in comparison to what I do now, but he's been in the flower business for a long time.
Okay.
And in the midst of looking for a new job, he lent out a hand and said, "Look, I need somebody to cut flowers for me, pack boxes. It's not the nicest job, but it's something while you get your stuff together."
Figure this out, yeah.
So it wasn't the most luxurious job, man. A lot of doubt in that moment, because from where I was in corporate to now, literally like taping boxes and filling in coolers with flowers, I just felt like, what is going on? And
Yes.
he said, I have a trip to go to in Colombia to a floral show, if you want to come with me. So
Wow.
I said, yeah, of course I'm gonna go, keep you company. While we're there, we came across preserved flowers, right? These flowers that last forever, and it reminded me of that very high-end, luxurious Forever Flower brand, these big boxes that they sell online that you see all these celebrities hold. And I thought, oh, okay, like, oh, this is where they get them from. Very, very neat. Dad, you should pitch this to your supermarkets. They would love something like this because there's no maintenance. They won't die. You don't have to change the water. Like, you should pitch it. He says, why don't you pitch it? You know? I was like, there could be something there. I'll do it. So I went to the buyer, the floral buyer, and I pitched the idea of these single stem preserved roses. And he said, yeah, put them in all the stores. Let's see how it goes.
So you pitched it, and he said, yeah.
Yeah, he said, yeah.
Wow.
So now I had to make a decision. Do I fully commit to this idea of selling these preserved flowers in supermarkets, or do I continue the grind and get after the corporate world, which is something I knew I was good at. I had experience in. I knew my potential in. Yeah.
Big decision.
Big decision. And luckily I had enough motivation and friends around me to support me in giving this a shot. Again, it was during COVID, so there's a lot of uncertainty in general. Yeah. What do you have to lose? Yeah. Everything could... What do you have to lose? Yeah. So I figured I'd send it. And at that rate, I started Flor Keeps, right? Flor is in Spanish is flower. Floral has flor has a very floral connotation to it. Flor. And we got a little punny with it and decided to call it Flor Keeps, because what you get really is fur keeps. For keeps. So I know that.
I didn't even know that at first. Okay, that's a little sauce to it.
So we got a little bit of spice to that.
And how do you say it? Flor
Keeps.
Flor
Keeps. It could be Flor Keeps. Flor Keeps. People call it and pronounce it in so many different ways, man. I'm learning the way people tell me this all the time. Yeah. But ultimately, I decided to go with a concept and a name that my grandma could pronounce. My grandma, we're from Colombia. Okay. So my abuelita, like, how is she gonna be able to pronounce her grandson's brand? Like, pues Flor Keeps. And it's not something that is tailored to just an English speaking community, but also a Spanish speaking community. Yeah. So it broadens the horizon of different clients and customers that I could reach out to. Yes. And I thought it was a cool name. Nothing like that exists. And I didn't want to get too bougie with it and call it, like, Forever Flowers. And
exactly. Doing too much.
I was like, no, I don't want to do the most. Like, let's do something kind of punchy, kind of cool.
These flowers are here for keeps.
They're Flor Keeps, bro. They're Flor Keeps. So I started and submitted the LLC in March of 2021. So I just hit 5 years of Flor Keeps.
Wow. Yeah. You just hit. Oh, wow.
Yeah, this month.
Wow. Congrats.
Thank you, man.
That's awesome. That's big time.
It's madness. So, I mean, I could get into the granular and the details after that, but that's how Flor Keeps came to fruition.
Wow, I think that's so cool, bro. I think, honestly, because one of the main things, like, just in that story is that decision, because I feel like there's only, like, I don't know who said this, but it was like there's several, probably you can count on one hand the big decisions that make what it is your life. You know what I mean? Like the school you go to. Well, that's a big decision. The person that you end up being with, the job you end up picking, and there's a couple other ones. But I think being at that point, because I think a lot of people are at that point still today, post-COVID, right? Where it's like, I can go in work and I have this job and I'm comfortable here and I'm doing these things, but there's this thing that I really want to take a shot at. But I don't know, like the economy or my family, or I think there are valid reasons, right? Very valid reasons. But I think one thing I think about is that you only get one life, right? Like, as cheesy as that is, like, you only get one life, and you never know what can happen if you go for it. You know what I mean? But I think it's that thing where it's like, it's scary. It's so scary, and especially I think society has all this outward pressure. Where it's like, no, you better stay in here. You better stay in that job. I need you in this job. You gotta. You want the what is it called? The not the stability. You want the stability. You want all these things. So I think that's very inspiring just to see that you were at that point and you made that decision. And look where you are now, 5 years in. Wait, let me see if I got one of these. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. 5 years, Flor Keeps, everybody.
Yeah, we brought the live audience out.
Come on, we brought them out. Appreciate y'all. Stop it. Okay, a little more. Give me a little more. Okay, we're done. Okay. But yeah, man, that's pretty cool. And as far so with Flor Keeps, what do you think is the biggest thing, or like the biggest thing that you've been through? Like, what was the biggest trial from starting that when you said, okay, I'm going to start my own thing? Because at first, when you went to putting it in like the different stores, that was something else. That was like with your dad and everything. But then you said, okay, forget that. I'm gonna do it on my own. Mm-hmm. So what was from there to now? What has been like the biggest challenge?
Myself. Yeah.
Because you are the business.
To an extent. Mm-hmm. I have to credit the success of Flor Keeps to a handful of people.
Yes.
Right? Personal friends, family, my team, my customers, most importantly, other businesses that have given us opportunities, communities, cities, you name it. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, it wouldn't be anything business related that I can pinpoint as my biggest hardship or tribulation in this process. It's honestly been myself, because I wake up every day and there are no expectations of me, right? There are no metrics to meet. There are no deadlines to hit unless I make them myself.
Yes.
But it's the motivation. Like, do I really believe in this? How badly do I care? Is this something that I see myself doing for 10 more years, 5 more years, 10 more years, 15 more years? If I can answer that in a positive way, if the answer has to be yes. If it's not yes, either change your approach, reevaluate your vision and your why, or if it is yes, keep going. Because ultimately, if you're giving everything you have towards something you care about, it's going to lead to something. And if it does, whether it's 1 sale or 10 sales, there's a result to it.
There's a result.
And that's challenging. That's challenging because, like you mentioned, there's a lot of distractions in the world. There's a lot of noise. Yeah. You can compare yourself to the other businesses that are doing a lot better than you. You can see how other people are making more money than you. How where you are in 5 years, whereas someone is in their 5 years.
Yes.
So you could sit here and challenge yourself all day.
You can do that.
Yeah, you can. And you can get caught up and set yourself back.
Yeah.
The biggest trial and tribulation has just been myself and just reminding myself that I'm doing something good. That one day I can tell my kids about this story and they can think, wow, Dad did that? That's crazy. Yeah. Like, I can do something like that too. Yeah. Like, or I can learn that pivoting isn't as scary as it can seem. It's scary, don't get me wrong. Being an entrepreneur is not an easy feat. No. I have a lot of people tell me, my closest people say, I don't know how you do it. I couldn't do it. And yet they're like making more money than me, more successful in their corporate job. And I'm like, success is just relative. Yeah. It's all perspective. And that's an interesting thing. So it's getting out of my own head and just reminding myself that the people that walk in, like yourself, or anyone walking in, the first thing I hear when I'm in the office, the first thing I hear is, oh my gosh, wow, it's so pretty in here, it smells so good. And I'm like, yeah, like, remember, like, these are other people's moments too. Yes. So it's those little things. You can remind yourself of that. It keeps you humble. You can stay grateful. And you keep working hard.
And what do you do? Well, I guess even before that, is that because I think about, for me, right, for football, there's a reason, there's a feeling, there's like a flow state that I get, that it's like a drug, it's like a high, and I'm like, I need that again. Or I just did I do sketch comedy. Like, I did like a little sketch comedy thing. That's where I was just coming from, the show I told you I had, and it was just like being on stage and getting that laugh, that it's like a drug. You know what I mean? But what is that from your perspective, like the business? Because I know, like you said, when you were a kid, it's like you're fulfilling that dream that you said as kids, like, I'm the businessman. But what is it that keeps you going? Is it kind of what you're saying, like the people and like making it their experience, or what is that? What would that be for you?
It's a mix of two things. The first one, yes, being the people. Yeah. Right. It's learning their why. That's the biggest thing I've ever learned in the business was my why can be whatever it is, but the people are buying this product for their own personal reasons. It could be a first date. It could be an anniversary. Their girl could be coming back from the airport. They want to surprise them. Or it could be a funeral. And my flowers, being as long lasting as they are, get to represent a meaning and a moment for a lifetime, regardless of what the circumstance is. So to be a part of people's lives, especially in weddings too, and seeing that in the flesh is inspiring. And that keeps me motivated. That's number one. Yeah. Number two, this product is applicable in so many industries. Yes. So not just supermarkets, not just a retail storefront, not just online, not just hotels, cocktail bars, restaurants, events. They can be applied into so many different avenues because they're so sustainable, low maintenance, they're real, they're gorgeous, they're vibrant, all of these things. So if I fail in one outlet, that's fine. I have several other outlets to go pursue and apply these flowers to that still make sense in that industry. So I'm ramped up every day. Because this no, it doesn't matter.
Nope.
There's so many other yeses and doors to knock on with this product. And what keeps me grounded to that idea is the fact that I introduce this every time. People are like, wow, I didn't even know that was a real thing. I didn't know this existed. Does anyone else do this? Why hasn't anyone else done this? And it's like, well, it's existed. And there's just no one else has really put in the time and effort to create an environment and an experience like the way Flor Keeps has. It's just a new twist on flowers. How long they can last, what they can look like, and what they can be priced at. I price everything so fairly, which brings a lot of people in. And it's a beautiful thing, man. Like, it really is an exceptional process.
I think that is cool because I think the product itself, I think, because even when I came in the first time, I'm like, I'm just coming in for some flowers. Like, I didn't know, like, I didn't look it up and like, okay, these are the dried. I'm like, okay, this is what I wasn't looking for that. I was just looking for some flowers. I came in and then the way you explain, let's show them a little bit. Because you got.
We got some examples right here. So.
Because I think that's cool. Like, it's a different. It's one of those things. It's like an aha moment. I feel like you probably get from a lot of the people.
It's exceptional. They come in just like you, right? They're searching flowers near me. We're a florist. We're a flower shop. They walk in and like, wait, what is this place? Are these real? Are these real flowers? Yes, they're real. How do you? How long do they last? Over a year. How do you get them to do that? I always tell my customers to remember two things: sizing and color scheme. I might have told you that when you came and visited. You have to be mindful of the sizing and color because you're going to see it for a while, so make sure you really like it. And it's, again, the price point. People see a variety of different opportunities. You want a $15 bouquet? Do you want the $80 one? Right? Do you want a $10 mini preserve rose? Or do you want a $250 arrangement that's going to be a centerpiece for several years in your home? Right? So a little bit of everything for everyone. And yeah, man, these are an example of our freeze-dried bouquets. They're all natural flowers, dude.
So freeze-dried, like, what does even freeze-dried mean? Like, freeze-dried.
So you know how people tend to...
Because I feel like there's freeze-dried candy. There's some candy that's... What is it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know what it is,
but yeah.
How it works and all. The process behind this obviously is external, right? These flowers are cut at their prime in the fields, and then they're put into a huge incubation cooler, dropped at low temps, nitrogen levels drop. There's a whole science that goes behind allowing these to be what they are. What makes them different from dried dead flowers, like how people hang up their fresh cut flowers, they hang them upside down over time to make dried flowers. What makes these different is that they're extremely flexible. So you can fluffen these up, squeeze them. I always tell people that are traveling in from out of town, you can put it in your backpack. You can stuff this in your suitcase.
And it'll still be good.
And it'll still be good. You come back, you take it home, you fluffen it up, you're good to go. So that's the difference. These don't break just by looking at them or breathing on them too hard. All the colors, non-toxic, biodegradable, and plant-based colors. So definitely, pet-friendly if consumed by cats or dogs. So no toxins or anything like that involved in our process at all, dude.
Flor Keeps, man. If you want to keep your florals for a long time, over a year, dried, non-toxic, biodegradable, you know where to go, man. You know where to go. That's so awesome, man. I think that's cool. Just like you found a product for itself and then you doubled down on it. That's awesome.
Well, there's no other option.
Right?
I said yes to it. So I can't just talk a big game and then just pull out. But most importantly, I believed in the product from the jump. It's one thing's like, oh yeah, this would be a cool idea if I just did something like this. That would be cool. It's like, nah, like this is a really cool product that you don't see enough of. Eventually, the industry will catch up. This will be accessible to a lot of different people and places, which is great. But when you hit first, people tend to come back to you, and I think that's what we've done. I think we're the Apple of the iPhone when it comes to presenting preserved and freeze-dried flowers and roses and arrangements and creating storefronts around this concept. Over time, you'll get the Samsungs and the Googles eventually dropping similar products like this. But once you're a committed customer, once you're a fan of Apple,
OGs, yeah.
you're gonna get the new iPhone.
Yeah, they come back to the OGs
You're
every
gonna come
time.
back to the OGs. You're gonna come back to what you're used to. You're gonna come back to good service and good quality every single time.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic product every single time. We'll never let you down.
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing's perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Apple iPhones, they overheat all the time, or the
Yeah.
screens crack, right?
You always got to update something.
There's always
slow.
something going
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
but you still love them.
You still love them.
And-
Somehow, some way. You
Yeah.
still go back and get them.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's a new camera. It's the same camera
the same,
from the last
yeah,
one.
but
They
that-
just zoom a little bit. Okay, it's the same. Okay.
But I'll take it.
I'll take it. Just
That's
give it
fine.
to me.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Whatever
Yeah, everyone
it
else
is.
has it.
Exactly.
And
And what do you feel like? My bad. What do you feel like for you, right? Like, because I want to get into the business a little bit.
Sure.
But then I want to talk into the personal. But because I just feel like from the start, to get where you are, let's even talk about the Instagram. Like, looking at the Instagram, you have 26,000 something followers. Like, I feel like there's a lot of aspects to being an entrepreneur that you have to find out when you get to doing it, right? Like, when you started this, it wasn't like, okay, I just have to get these flowers and I just have to sell them. It's like, okay, what's the best way to market my product? You have to learn the marketing side. Or you have to be on the sales side. There's like different pieces that you have to put together. How was that for you, putting together like those pieces and creating that complete picture for people?
I had to ask myself a question of, what do I like when I walk into a store? Right? What captivates me? I could walk into any clothing store, jewelry store, grocery store, you name it. What is it about my favorite places that get me excited? So I took it outside of flowers and what I'm about to sell and paid attention to the things that made me feel comfortable, excited, accepted, all of these things.
Yes.
And the first things that come to mind are just elements, lighting, music, the ambiance. How does it make me feel when I walk in there? Think back when Hollister and Abercrombie were so famous
Oof.
back in the early 2000s, right? You'd walk in, it's bumping in there, it's
bumping.
dark.
The store looks different. It's like the wood, and it's like you walking into the beach.
Dude,
thing. I'm like, whatever that was, yeah.
You felt like you were at Laguna Beach, and you
Facts.
remembered the smell of the cologne with the dude with the abs on the that will like stick with you forever.
Yes.
Right? How do I do that? How do I create that experience, that expectation, that bar?
Yeah.
And it meant going above and beyond, right? It's finding, the Flor Keeps, is the third Flor Keeps, like version 3. V1, Flor Keeps was the size of the studio. It was just, you walk in, hi, you're in it.
Yeah.
But I installed speakers, and the music was really good, and the walls were full of flowers, and it was colorful, and there was just so much to look at that by the time you allowed yourself to ask, where am I, you already forgot what you came in for.
I already
because
got you, yeah.
the environment has distracted you from what you're coming in to do anyways. You're gonna buy flowers or a t-shirt no matter what. But like, let us get you to like have this neuralistic programming of this space.
Yes.
So I did that with Flor Keeps in a tiny little room in my dad's warehouse that I converted into Flor Keeps V1.
Wow.
So anyone that walked in, of course, flowers near me, they walk into this little room and they're like, what's going on? This place is sick. Are these real flowers? And then you get into the story of how cool the product is, and then word
It's
of
like a
mouth.
no-brainer.
It's word of mouth. Luckily, your community and your friends, they share, they repost.
Yes.
You gotta grind. You gotta go to farmers markets.
Yes.
Winter pop-ups, and set up a tent and try to showcase your product as best you can.
Yeah.
Build a website, have a clever social media presence, or do what you can with it.
Yes.
And then I started on DoorDash. I put myself on DoorDash, and people would just order flowers. So I had 2 streams of business going, like the DoorDash route before I had like a functional website and a delivery service. And the retail. I hope that answers the question.
No, it definitely does.
I focused in on an environment first.
Yeah.
Then we took it up a notch with our first real storefront in South Austin.
Yeah.
You walk in with the intention of buying flowers. You walk in, you got this loud Sonos speaker playing the greatest hits, and then you look up and you see these 15-foot paintbrushes made of real flowers that are preserved, and then complemented by a flower ceiling that is also tying in to the color scheme of the paintbrushes, and now you have this flower wall and this flower ceiling, and then you look across the store and you see over 350 dried mini bouquets in various colors. You're like, where am I? This is unbelievable. I'm here to buy flowers. And you're like, yeah, you are. Welcome.
Yeah.
And so people forget where they're coming out of.
Yeah.
A bad day, their home, their job, traffic. They pull up.
It's an experience.
And you walk in, and it's a complete distraction from where you just were coming from.
Yeah.
And that's the point.
Yeah.
The icing on the top, the cherry on top, is me explaining what the product is.
Exactly.
But when you create that environment, people don't forget when you tie emotion and feeling into an experience.
Yeah.
That's what'll get people to follow you. That's what'll create fans.
Yeah, I think that's great that you said that based off the question that I asked you, because I think I'm very, like, we even talked about before, like, I'm kind of analytical when it comes to, like, the business. Okay, like, how do I look at this and this and that? But it's like, yeah, but the experience, like, what is the customer receiving? What does that, they come in and have a bet, how do they forget about, how do you provide, how does your product make them feel? That's what you said. That's my marketing. That's my sales. I'm going to make you feel something with this. So now I came in from flowers near me, but now that's the only flowers that I know of, because I'm going to come back every single time.
That's right.
So I think that was a beautiful answer. And how do you feel like for you, because you said the business is you and like other people as well, but like the motivation aspect, because it is tough sometimes and it does get tough. And through these 5 years, I'm sure it hasn't been just flowers and smiles, and you know what I mean? Even though you're the flower man, the floor man.
Yeah.
Flor man. Yeah. Flor. I gotta work on it.
Yeah, you gotta roll that R.
You gotta roll that R, yeah. I took Spanish, a little bit of Spanish.
Okay.
But I didn't learn
Everybody
nothing.
took a little bit of Spanish.
But like, what was the point? Like they didn't hone it in on us. They need to let you know, like, hey, this is important. You need to keep this going. And that just threw me off. But what I was saying is, world is tough, and there's like a sort of discipline that I feel like you need to have. And there's tough times that it's like, okay, you fall off or something doesn't happen in that process. It's like literally a roller coaster. But what is it for you, or what is it that you do or did to get to this 5 years strong? You know what I mean? Like, because I know during that time, there probably was a lot of adversity that you had to go through just on the business. I'm not even talking the personal side, but we can even talk about the personal side too, because that's the business. Like, you have to get up every single day, and whatever you do is what's going to be the business.
Right.
You know what I mean? So what do you do in order to not stay unfazed? We ain't there yet. That's the final question.
Right.
But like, during that time when there is adversity, like, what are you doing to battle that?
From a business perspective, there's solutions to virtually anything and everything. Right. You're not the first person to deal with whatever type of logistical problem, product problem, customer problem, marketing issues. You're not the first person to come across these, right? And it's always asking for help. It's asking people that have been through it, that understand what those hardships looks like, and help guide you in and out of them. But ultimately, it's just finding a resource to get you out of those things that allow you to get past those hardships. Now, to your point about motivation, yes, every single day I have the choice to wake up and decide on how many doors I want to knock on. Some days are easier than others. Some days I wake up more motivated. Some days I wake up sad. And that day I don't really feel like reaching out to people, man. Like, 'cause I got a lot going on in my mind. There's a lot going on in my personal life that's keeping me from feeling like I can show up authentically and be my 100% to a potential client. That's not fair to me. That's not fair to them. That's not fair to Flor Keeps. So it's ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
But what really keeps me motivated, and this is going to be a silly kind of answer, is music. I love music.
Really?
I really feel like whatever you feed yourself when you wake up every morning is how you get to start your day, and that will push you into the rest of your afternoon.
How you start your day.
Yeah.
That first win.
Yeah,
That first,
yeah. And it's just small little habits, like not checking your phone when you wake up in the morning. Like I don't check my phone until I walk into Flor Keeps. And that allows me to just be present in the morning. Yeah. I'm not in the shower already thinking about the emails that came in, the people that liked my story. Yeah. X, Y, and Z. Like I'm not busy. I get to just wake up. Yeah. Small, simple habits that ultimately lead you to have energy to put towards your business, I think is so important. It's just a reflection of self-care in a way. Yeah. Learning to take care of yourself is what leads to motivation.
And learning what works for you.
Exactly.
As well.
What works for you, because you can get caught up in the noise and work incessantly and lose sleep over it. Oh, I could be doing this. I could be doing that. There's people doing this. There's people already here. What are you not doing enough of? And you're not working long enough or hard enough. And I learned after working 7 days a week at Flor Keeps in Austin that when I walked in on Monday morning and I was angry, but the person coming into my store was elated, and I had to like shift and go into actor mode, that's when I knew I had to change. That's when I knew I need to hire people and have a couple days off during the week. Yeah. Because to resent your business that's when you know you need to pivot.
For sure.
So motivation comes and goes.
And what is that music? What are you listening to in the morning?
Oh, man. I'm waking up in the morning. I'm either listening to J. Cole.
Oh, okay.
Love J. Cole.
Didn't he just drop a new album?
He did.
Yeah. Did you like it?
The Fall Off. I loved it.
Really? I gotta re-listen to it. I listened to it once. There was some bangers on there for sure.
It's there's gonna be a lot of different opinions on what people think about Cole and his style of rap, and whether it's something you play back in the car or whatever. But you can't knock him for his passion and sticking to his flow. Yeah. Where he comes from, what he believes in, what he serves as right, the way he reflects on life is something that you should take note of. It's not just great rap, which we already know is present, but his intentionality behind every single track. Yes. If you pay attention, you walk out with more questions than answers. Why did the intro start like this? Why did this start like that? J. Cole is incredible. He's a fantastic way to start the day. Yeah. Drake is always a really good way to start the day. Beef or not, Kendrick's a great way to start the day. One of my favorite artists, probably ever, is JID. Love JID, man.
His flow is ridiculous.
It's silly, man. When he got nominated for God Does Love Ugly, God Does Like Ugly, his album, I saw him in 2018 in Austin in a very, very small venue with Earth Gang. And to see him get a Grammy nomination for Best Rap Album, like my boy, it was so sick. Yeah. So don't sleep on JID, man. His flows are crazy. You may have to rewind or read the lyrics, but like every bar has a meaning to it, and it relates to what he said before. Exactly. And then not to mention the sample that he just used then plays into that. It's art. And people miss it.
They miss it because it sounds good. Because it also sounds good. Like his flow is just, oh my God, it's different.
And it hits, bro. And it hits. But if you pay attention, like, we're missing out on a lot of artwork. Yeah. That's motivation. Like, it bangs, but you're like, you remember their why. And, like, that's their passion. It's like, oh, yeah, I do this for my customers. I do this because I got swag, too. Yeah. And I get to wake up. And the way that they pull up on their songs is the way I kind of pull up with my customers. So someone walks into the store and it's not, hi, welcome in. How can I help you today? You know, it's, hey, what's up? Yeah. Hey, what's up, y'all? How we doing today? Welcome in. Yeah. Yo, what brings y'all in? Like, oh, TikTok. Shout out TikTok. Yeah. Shout out to y'all. So what's good? How can I help y'all? Like, I know it's a lot to look at. It's a pretty overwhelming space. Yeah. Take it all in. Take a lap. Let me know if you got questions. I'm going to help you through it. Don't worry. Yeah. That's my flow. Yeah. That's what makes Flor Keeps is because outside of the experience, the customer service, that connection is authentic and it's different. Yes. It's not like, well, let me know if you have any questions, and you're just like folding clothes and you're like, just another retail store. It's like, yo, this person makes me feel seen. And that's motivation. I went on a really long tangent about that answer.
No, that was good because I wanted to know what music you were listening to. Yeah. I think that's big. I think music is something that, like, I put together I think I heard it was Erica Badu, somebody, and I was listening to her music, but then she like popped up on like a radio, one of the morning radio shows out here in Dallas. She was like, I got a morning playlist. I was like, oh, let me make a morning playlist, and she was like, these are my songs, and I put all the songs she said on my morning playlist, because I was like, I just listen to certain type of music. I'm like, I'm open to a lot of different type of music. Yeah, though. And she named some rock, some country. I'm like, I love that, because I like. If you feel something, you feel something. Yeah. Regardless, I don't care who you are, rock, country, whatever it is. I just want to feel something.
100%.
And I love that.
Yeah, you can do that with a lot of genres.
You can do that with a lot of genres.
So yeah, good on you for getting outside of that, because, I mean, I listen to a lot of Michael Jackson. I love.
Oh, don't get me started. That's the king. I mean,
that's a whole other podcast, bro. Talking about Michael, but
that's the king.
Him, bro. You got Ella Langley for a little bit of country, like she's a vibe, and then also Thames. Yes, Thames, bro. Yes. She's exceptional. I've been listening to this dude, my boy Arlo.
Okay.
He's got a nice smooth voice, man. And then I always tap into my throwbacks. Akon, T-Pain, Plies.
You got to.
All those dudes, man. Yeah.
Kane, that's music. And you think about it too, like even going back to the business perspective, like you were saying, it's like that motivates you, that gives you that swag, but it's like thinking about it, their why, not even their why, but it's like they put time, effort, in where that was their work. Yeah. They didn't just, well, maybe if you Lil Wayne or somebody, they go in and just and like that's a hit right there. Yeah. Well, I just say that, but like no, they're actually putting art. That it's art. They're putting time, effort, energy to make the best that they can on each one. You know what I mean? And I love that, and I think that motivates me, like the ability to create something, to start something and finish something. To be able to continue doing that thing. You know what I mean? Like you've been in it for 5 years, so continuing to do it. Yeah. Me doing the podcast, this is episode 56, continuing to do it. And I do think, like for me, I think as far as business and things like that, I think it is just like being an athlete and then transferring over to like giving something. Like I've had purpose for 20 years. Only thing I wanted to do, like my mom had these little footballs, like when he was like, what do you want to do when you grow up? I made a football. I want to play in the NFL. I want to do this. I want to buy my mom a house. I want to be in the Hall of Fame, things like that. And so having purpose for 20 years of my life and then transitioning over to like, okay, I want to do some business things, some entrepreneurial things. I think it was tough. And I think a lot of people not even fall into that thing, but I think they don't. One of my best friends said this to me. He was like, you don't grieve, or you don't really put the football, like you don't, I don't even know how to say it. You don't take the time to put the football down completely, and you just kind of switch over to the thing and like the business, the entrepreneurship. And I was going back and forth for a little bit. And I feel like the fact that I was like so money driven is what made the experience over here a little bit less for football. So in my last couple years, I was like, yeah, I was playing football, but those last years, besides the last year when I played in the UFL, like I was not giving it my all as I was before, like when I was in college or things like that. But I was like, man, at this point, like I got to make some money. This league I'm playing in is not paying me like I wanted to. So as I was transferring over into entrepreneurship, I was doing a lot of things, and I had some success in some things, but I just think it's a different ball game. And I think I was good at, I'm good at football. Like I'm still good. I'm not even a year removed, and I wanted to be good at business just like that. Right. But I'm like, dang, that starting from zero again, I think that was the hardest part for me, and it still is hard. And I think just talking to people like yourself is motivating and inspiring, because it's like, yeah, you just got to stay in there. You got to keep doing it. You got to do the thing and continue doing that and continue to wake up and just get after it, because I do think a lot of people are in my position or similar positions where it's like, man, I've been playing this sport or whatever it is. I've been doing this thing my whole life, and you don't make it there. And it's sad and it hurts, because it's like, okay, that was my life. Only thing I was a football player. Right. And now it's like, okay, I want to get into business. I want to learn how to make money, but still trying to figure that out. Like, it doesn't happen like that. You still have to learn these things. You still have to grow with these things. And I think coming to terms with that and then putting down football at the same time has been a crazy process. Of course. But I'm kind of on the other side of it, where it's like, okay, I'm kind of putting football down now, and I'm really stepping in this thing, giving it my whole effort in order to podcast, in order to build this business and things like that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That can't be an easy thing to do. Not a lot of people can relate to that story, you know, so it's fascinating to hear how hard that transition might be. They talk about it sometimes with, you know, athletes, like how hard life can be after their professional career.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of them go back to school, or a lot of them go broke, and
a lot of it, yeah, good majority of them, yeah.
That happens. So that's extremely admirable. I mean, the mental toughness that I'm sure that's taken, and the mental toll that's also taken on you is, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Like what's been that for you? Like what has that experience been like?
I think so like we kind of talked about a little bit. It's like I'm trying to get into motivational speaking and things like that, because I find things that it helps me to find things that give me that same that football does. Right. And I started, like, during the off seasons of football, I did a little bit of acting. I was like, okay, this is fun. Like, I kind of got that from that. I did a little stand-up. Oh, look, I kind of got that from that. The podcast, I kind of got. So I'm like, finding things like that have helped to ease that pain of me stopping and doing less football. Yeah. But I think it has to be probably is one of two of the hardest things that I've ever done in my life. And I think it's one of those things where it's like, you don't talk about it as much, and I want to talk about it with more people, because if you think about this, in my head, for 20 years, I'm preparing to be a millionaire. You know what I mean? I'm preparing to get that rookie contract, and I'm a millionaire from, and it wasn't never just about the money, but I knew that this game that I love, that I'm good at, wow, there's an opportunity for me to get to the big leagues and get paid very nicely to do that. So coming out of college, the draft didn't only like put a knife to my heart, but it was one of those things where it's like, I can't do the things that I promised, or the things that I manifested, they are not happening now. And it's like, okay, now you got to figure out a whole nother navigation and plan, because it's like, you come from college, you go to the NFL, but it's like, okay, that didn't happen because of COVID. There's a lot of stuff going on there. They cut the rosters down, but it's like, that doesn't happen. Okay, what next? I was like, I don't really know what's next, but then I moved to Dallas. I found some amazing opportunities out here, and I'm so thankful for the way that it went, because I learned so much. And I think it was very hard, and I think a lot of people went through that, like, just because I'm surrounded by athletes that I know that, like, it's tough figuring out, like, what else to do. Like, I didn't want to coach football. I didn't want to do that. I just, I wanted to play football. So I think that was the hardest thing, and still going through that, because it's like, financially, like I said, I was, my mind, I'm supposed to be a millionaire right now. Right. And you're not. So then what do? You have to figure it out. You got to figure out life. You got to figure out, okay, how are you going to make money? How are you going to support? But it's like, main thing is, what is it that you want to do that gives you that same thing as football? Because you need to do that, because that's you. That makes you happy. And if I'm not doing that, it's like, what am I doing in this world? What am I doing in this life? I have to have some sort of purpose. But I think my purpose initially was all tied into football. But I realized that wasn't, football just gave me that thing, but there's other things that can give me that.
Yeah. So to that point, the way that you talk about it, right? It seems like you give yourself a lot of grace. You have a lot of peace in the way that you're describing this experience. Now. So I would like to ask, what kind of person were you in the midst of that reality check, that, hey, this isn't going to happen? Yeah. Were you scared? Were you angry? Did you pick up any poor habits? Because you had to reach the point that eventually led you to understand that, hey, there are other things that can give you that outside of football. Like, what was that pinnacle?
Yeah, I think that pinnacle for me, that's a great question, because I think one of the main things, like that draft night, that was where something had to change, because it's like, you go through, I don't know if you're familiar with the NFL draft, but they go through the 7 rounds, they go through each one, and I'm sitting there, I have a party, we're in Dallas at my uncle's house, my lady's there, my mom's there, they got a cake, and they got everything. You go through each round, and it's like different days. Don't get called. I'm on the phone with my agent. He's like, okay, yeah, one of the other guys got picked up. I think you're going to get picked up pretty soon. Doesn't happen. Okay, the free agents, the people that go after the draft, that happened. Don't get a call. So I remember just like in that room, I just cried. I just laid down and I just cried. And then after that, I don't think I've ever really had like any like bad habits or anything like that I like fall into, like drugs, drinking, or just like partying, thing. Like I'm just not that type of person in general. But I think it was and I want to use this word lightly, but it's like a embarrassment, a shame. I don't want to say depression, but it's like it was an embarrassment and shame that grew, like continued to grow. And it festered over time, because it's like now it's like, what do I do? Then I got a sales job as soon as I could, because I was like, I don't know, I need some money. Kept doing that. Then I got an opportunity to play in the Arena Football League. I was like, I never in my life would say I'm going to go play arena football. But I was like, okay, this is the only opportunity to help me get there, because I got to keep playing so I could try to still get opportunity. And that ended up being a blessing, and did that. But there was always still some shame. Like I started playing arena football. I didn't tell anybody. I was like, I didn't tell anybody I was playing arena football, because I was embarrassed. And then even after that, I played a couple years. I did good. Got to the UFL. That was an amazing opportunity. That was the closest that I got to the NFL. Then the year that last year they cut that team, because it's such a new league. They cut 4 teams in 4 cities, started 4 teams in 4 cities. But back to what you were saying, the main feeling was that shame. And I think it's a shame and an embarrassment to like go to the people you love, like especially my mother and like friends and family that were like, oh, I think it's that. And it's still there now, because I'm only 1 year removed, not even. But I think finding those things where it's like, my mother wasn't like happy for me, or that didn't change the way she loved me.
Right.
You know what I mean? She would be happy if I was acting, or if I did. She's just as happy as me doing a podcast as she would have been if me being in the NFL. You know what I mean? Like she's going to see this and be just as happy. And once I realized that, I'm like, I don't really care about what everyone else thinks. But I think it was it's just embarrassing. Go back to your hometown, because everyone's expecting. Before that, the draft, I went to my my high school. I went to my grammar school. I did a speech and all this stuff. So it's like all this hype around it. It's just like, okay, when it doesn't happen, it's an embarrassing thing.
Right.
So I think picking it up and just keep going. I think because time doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that was the main thing that I did, and it was tough. I didn't pick up any bad habits to say, but I think I got very money focused, which was like not good, because I think when you do focus on money, it's unhealthy. Because I was like, okay, how do I get that $1 million now from not? So I'm like, I'll buy this course, and all these guys, oh, you can get $10,000 a month this way and that way and this way. And I'm like, okay, how can I do it? I tried real estate. I tried this. I tried it. I'm trying everything. And I'm glad I did that, because I got a good, solid foundation. I know what it is that I can do to build wealth for myself, or build the life that I want for my family still. But I think the hardest part is that the timeline of that. Because I feel like, dang, I was supposed to be there. And then you look at other people that are there, and it's like, you're a little jealous. You're a little envious. You're a little, sad about that. But you just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other and continue to fuel that itch in a way. Because if you don't, I think there were a lot of times where it's like, I'm just going to sit here on the couch. I don't want to work out. I don't want to do anything. And I've had those times, those days, those weeks. But continuing to try was the biggest thing. Like, I didn't give up on the NFL. I just kept playing. I'm like, okay, I just got to, whatever I got to do. I'll go to this league. I'll play. I'll keep playing. I got to do my best. I'll do whatever to just try and keep going until you really feel like you want to be done. You know what I mean? My body feels good. I can keep playing, but it's like, I think, not saying I'd never play, because something could happen, but it's one of those things where it's like, I'm happy with whatever. I just want to be happy in my life. You know what I mean? Because I think there's that whole point is shame and stuff. Those are strong emotions.
Yeah.
Very strong emotions to have. It's like, and it comes with anxiety. It comes with all these things. And it's like, kind of like you were saying, like when you get to somebody walks in and you're just kind of mad, but you just kind of put the smile on. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. I was doing that a lot.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I didn't like that. It wasn't good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
No, I appreciate it, bro. That was a great question, because a lot of people don't ask or don't know that as well. So I think it is important, because especially for the people that see it, there are people like, especially nowadays, that I feel like it's tough. And I think I even said this on a last podcast I did, is finding gratitude. I think I've been focusing a lot on that because I didn't have that, especially during those times. I was like so focused on football, this, that, money, whatever it is. I didn't have gratitude for what it is that I have. And I think the people, my mother, my fiance, like, couldn't have done it without them because they're continuing to be like to support me in that time financially, but emotionally where I needed it, just being there, not doing too much,
right,
but just being there.
Yeah.
It is a lot, you know what I mean? And I feel like that was something that a lot of people, like, they could look at and like, damn, I wish like I had that, you know what I mean? Some people go through what I went through and don't have that, and that's when it gets scary,
right?
You know what I mean? Because you see a lot of men in the NFL or not in the NFL or in any sport take their lives. So I think it's a very thing. It's something that it's so motivating to me that I want to do something about that. And I said this on the last podcast, but I think there is a group of people, especially nowadays, like society we live in doesn't make it any better, but that are going through that struggle and can't have this platform to talk about it or get it out. And I think it's scary because I feel like a couple bad decisions that could easily be me. Like, I could see how it could go down that path, but I think, man, just putting one foot out of the other every single day, continuing to find things that I love, meet new people, has been what's kept me going. And I think it is so fun to do that.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, that's not easy.
Nah,
that is not easy. Yeah, you're helping a lot of people. Putting yourself out there, being vulnerable about these experiences, and most importantly, like, not just experiencing it, but talking about what that feels like.
Yes.
So, like, experiencing shame as a man and lacking confidence and having faith, a lot of that can lead to a lot of sadness and, you know, a slippery slope at times. I'm glad you caught yourself. Big shout out to your mom and your fiance, because ultimately they're there for you, because while you're in a place of maybe not feeling like enough, that's the only thing that they're in for was you.
Yes.
From the jump.
From that,
it wasn't even about the jerseys.
Yes.
It wasn't even about the potential of
it was
what
before
could be.
that.
It's the now.
Yeah, the
it's
now.
Like, it's the moment that they get to talk to you or stand in front of you. Like,
yes.
That's enough for them.
Yes.
So learning to find gratitude.
Yes.
In that, man, that'll change your life. That'll change your life. That'll allow you to show up for everyone else too. Allow other people to speak about you like you are talking about them. So that's ultimately the biggest goal.
And I think it's because I think if I had purpose for 20 years of wanting to be in the NFL, I kind of knew where my life was going that whole time, so I felt like I had control.
Yeah.
So then when you lose control, it's just like what the hell is going on? I don't know what's going on. Like, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's such a weird feeling. So I was like, I got to figure this out. I got to get a grip on this before something, like, I don't know what's going to happen. I got bills now. Oh, rent. Oh, gas. Oh, okay. I got to get a car. Oh, snap. Yeah. So, yeah, it got real quick. And I feel like it's a shame that they don't really teach you that. Like, it feels like there's no prep.
No.
So I'm like, what the hell is, like, what did I go to school for all these years to come out unprepared?
Well, can you imagine if you were prepared? Like, what character does that build?
Yeah, you're right.
You know, if you had the answers the whole time,
you're right.
You had no real struggle or hill to overcome,
you're right.
Then all of it would just be easy. And there's no growth in that.
There's no growth.
I mean, you're stronger today than you were before you even started all of this.
Hell yeah.
Right? Even when you were at your lowest, that was the beginning of the strongest version of yourself.
Yes.
And then your future kids too.
Yes, I think about that a lot.
Yeah, it goes back to, like, how Dad pivoted. How, like, you should have dreams and aspirations, and doing your best will lead you to the best opportunities. Choices, decisions come with results, but understand that life may not play in the way that you desire.
And what do you do?
What are you made of? All that hard work, it was never about the sport.
Nope.
It was never about the trophy. It's never about the NFL. It was about who you were this whole time.
Yes.
And that doesn't change. It should never change. Voila. Guess what? Freaking light bulb. You've been building yourself this whole time.
The whole time.
All of this stuff is just a result of those efforts,
whole
man.
Time.
Hello.
And it's like, what? It's like, and it's, I think that's why it's so hard for me, because people ask me, because it's like, I'm healthy. Like, I feel good. I could go play right now, right? And it's like, well, Phaz, you want to play? Come to this team. Come to this team. And I'm like, bro, I feel like I'm like, that wasn't all I do. Like, I'm more than that. Was a vehicle that got me to here and met these people. And it was like, what you're saying is like, I'm good. It's like, I'm feel very content. I'm feel happy in like what that is. But it's like, that was just part of the journey. That wasn't me. I think my identity was so attached to this. People praised me. I love the praise that I get for what I could do on the field.
Right.
But forget that. It was the person that I was becoming that was the real trophy. That was the real championship. That was the real glory. You know? So in realizing that, I think it's been beautiful. And I think you definitely helped me to, you know, reassure. It's good to hear somebody from the other side saying that as well. Definitely getting some reassurance in that. So I appreciate that.
You're welcome, man. I don't know how much help I am in that regard, but when I see it
just
and I hear
helped.
it and you can feel it, bro, like, it's just, it should be said. Don't just think it, say it if you genuinely feel it's true.
Yeah.
So, great job. I'm excited to see where you go.
I'm excited to see where you go, brother.
Thank you, dude.
But let me ask you this, man.
What's up?
How in this world with all this stuff going on with Flor, dang, I tried it.
You can do Flor Keeps.
I can
Make
do
it
Flor
your
Keeps.
own,
I'm
yeah.
just do Flor Keeps.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not. You Colombian?
Yeah.
I'm not Colombian. I'm black.
That's okay.
So I'm gonna just Flor.
Okay, that's
Flo.
fine by
I'm
me.
gonna say Flo.
Flo Keeps.
Flo Keeps.
I like
You know what
that.
I mean? Shout out to Flo Keeps, man. But Santiago, it's been amazing having you on, man. Very motivational, very inspired by you and everything that you do. I want to have you back on more, like in the future as you continue to grow and do things. I did want to talk about the NASCAR experience, though. I want to touch on that a little bit before we go.
Sure.
I forgot about that.
Okay.
I want to know because you did a little partnership with NASCAR. That's huge. Michael Jordan was there. Did he win again? Do you know? Did he win?
I don't know.
Yeah, because I know he's been winning. I seen something he jumped over. I don't know, but he's winning everywhere. Chicago legend. Shout out MJ. But tell me about that experience. How did that go?
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. It's we prior to starting the podcast, we were chatting a little bit about how I felt post the event, but ultimately how it came, man. It's just, I think God just giving me the opportunity to seize a moment that I had maybe only dreamt of. It's just taking on like the biggest account ever that I've ever had. It's like, are you capable? Yes or no? I have a saying, a mantra that someone very close once told me when I was feeling stressed. He said, you say yes to everything until you can't. Always say yes. Say yes until you absolutely can't. So when I got the opportunity to do NASCAR, to fill in the suites for X amount of brands at this huge event, I said yes. Yeah. I'd never done something like that before. I don't know what the logistics of all that is going to look like. I don't know. Yeah. But I'm going to make sure no one else gets it before I do. Yeah. So yes, I'll take it. We said yes. Eventually, a few months down the line, they reached out to us and said, we'd like to move forward with you guys. We love your concept. We love the sustainability, the fact that there's no upkeep. Yep. If anything happens, like, we don't have to change the water out or something. You know, all these stressful situations you get with fresh cut flowers. They loved our concept. They love what we did with the brand. Yes. They love that we're family owned, right? I work alongside my father every day. And it's him and I that walked into the meeting that very first day. So they like love that family feel. And that's awesome. Believe it or not, my dad is a lot more charismatic than I am and is an extremely likable, funny guy, very lovable. Anyone that knows my dad loves that man. Hardest working person I know in my whole life. Wow. And they read through that, right? They noticed that this is who we are. There's no frosting to our cake. Yes. It's just like, this is like raw good cake. And they went with it, man, because I mean we went viral for the paintbrushes. Yes. So decisions, right? Intentionality, like doing every little thing perfect because it matters. The sound, the lighting, all of those things. The paintbrush. It's like being intentional about that then leads to an opportunity down the line where someone saw your hard work and says, we love that. Can we be a part of working with your creative team or whatever it is that you do? And like the answer is yes. Something that I did years ago came to benefit me many years later. Yeah. So again, it's like knowing that every decision you make every single day may affect you for many years down the line. Yeah. With NASCAR, we nailed it. I
Yes.
mean,
Come on now.
They gave us color schemes. They gave us.
Come on now.
You guys.
Yeah. Stop it.
Yeah, man. The color schemes, the layout, the designs, we had full creative freedom behind what we wanted to do. With Coca-Cola, for example, we took these Coca-Cola bottles, like glass bottles, and made vases out of them.
Wow.
And huge, like, great feedback.
Yeah. You take pictures of it?
Yeah, I got a bunch of pictures.
You gotta send them to me. I'm gonna put them.
Yeah.
So lit.
You'll see it. It's so sick. But overall, the process from start to finish was seamless.
Yeah.
Again, they gave me the freedom. We executed. We pulled up. We didn't make things complicated. And working with them felt like family. Because that's what it felt like since day one. So working with them till the end, it was all hugs.
Yes.
Right? It was say hi to the family for me. Like, say hi to the kids when you get back. Drive safe back to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Like, I'll see you at the next one.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to miss you.
Yeah.
Oddly enough. But NASCAR was fantastic, man. And like we spoke earlier, I got in my car after that and just sobbed. Just out of gratitude.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that what I built since the very first studio location, this one idea, pitching that single stem rose to the supermarkets back in COVID times. Like, I'm looking at the circuit of the Americas with the NASCAR logo, and I know like the owners are all enjoying my flowers. It's like, whoa, like, they see it the way I did since the very beginning.
They seen a vision.
And it's like, I want to add this to it. I know it wasn't a question, but the thing about entrepreneurship is don't be money driven, right? Like, believe in your product.
Yes.
Like, again, longevity. Do you see yourself supporting this thing and doing anything for it for the next 10 to 15 years? The answer isn't yes. Then you're not in the right industry. You don't love it enough. And that's all I have to say, because work just feels like play. It just feels like a cool new project.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's tedious moments taking orders and figuring out logistics and this, that, and the third. But again, it's like, I built this.
Yes.
This is sick. And like,
Yes.
they're seeing it the way I do. This is amazing. And that just goes to the motivation you wake up with every day, and then you follow it up with a little bit of J. Cole in the car, and like, and then you're unstoppable.
A little Tim's, a little Drake, a little MJ,
and you're unstoppable. But NASCAR went extremely well. Very blessed for that opportunity, man. Whether it's my highest high, if that is the peak of Flor Keeps,
it won't be though. We know that. I see it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But so be it.
So be it. Yeah.
I'll take it, man. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, we did that, bro?
Yeah.
Like, are you serious? The week after is when it was when I hit the 5 years with Flor Keeps.
Wow.
It's just remarkable to see how far you can go in 5 years. 2 storefronts, having done that account. What's next? It's like, I just kind of feel like I can do anything. Like, anything's possible.
Anything.
You can have any conversation with anybody
Yep.
and sell this incredible product because it matters.
Yes.
It's a great product.
Yeah.
But you're going to fall in love with the experience even more.
Exactly.
And that's it on that.
And I want to tell you, I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you,
Very
man.
proud of you and what you were doing, even since like the first time that we met, to being, okay, there's another big achievement, but it's okay, I'm at the 5, you know what I mean? You're doing the thing.
Yeah.
People do the thing. Last question for Santiago, man. How in this world, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of outside pressure, outside distractions, personal things that go on in your life. But what do you do to stay unfazed?
I leave it up to God, man.
Come on.
I leave it up to God every single day. Anything that happens is supposed to happen the way it's supposed to happen. I don't live in fear. I have a lot of peace, and I live with gratitude. And that's really it. It's just like, yeah, man, my Lord and Savior. Like, I'm just so blessed to be able to get to do what I get to do and tell this story. Like, it makes me emotional because I'm like, me, like, I get to do that. Like, thank you so much. Like, thank you so much for putting me in this position. This is so fun. It's so challenging, but it's so cool. Like, even the hard days, like, thank you.
Yes.
Like, are you serious? So, yeah, man, it's not about me. It's never been about me. It's like me doing my best for others, providing an honest product, in an honest way, and then
Yeah.
holding myself accountable off of work too. It's just treating people nicely, caring about their needs. A way that I apply that to work is if a customer comes in and they're going on a first date, yeah, can I sell them the biggest bouquet in the store? Probably.
Yeah.
But they're going on a small dinner date for a 2-person table.
Exactly.
They're only going to need a very small bouquet, just a tiny little bouquet, so it doesn't take up too much room at the table.
Yeah.
It's also the first date. You don't want to give off too much
Too
of an
much.
impression. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, buddy, like, let's start here. This one's only $10. I'm not worried about it, but we need to make sure this first date goes really well.
Yeah.
So that second date, you bring her and she chooses her own.
Yeah.
Honest and integrity will take you further than you can imagine.
Yes.
And no one can take that away from you, man. Like, it's not even about the brand. It's like the spirit behind the brand. And that's it, man. That's typically it. So what keeps me unfazed? The Lord keeps me humble, challenges me. I wrestle with God too. I ask a lot of questions. Why things work out the way they do. Why I ended up in Dallas. Am I going to stay here? What's this like? But man, I'm just grateful because he's rained on so many blessings in my life. So many things that I would have never expected. I can only be excited about what's next.
Yes.
I've failed before. I've been fired. I've been let go. I've been out of relationships. I've been heartbroken. All of these things, man. And like, we come out and he somehow makes things better, but not just in a way to mend things, but in a way to like exceed all expectations beyond what you thought healed or better can look like.
Come on now.
Crazy. How could you not be lit every day with that?
Come on.
You know?
Come on.
And that's the truth, man.
That's the truth, man. Well, it was, like I said, it was amazing having you on. Definitely want to have you on again in the future, bro. Man, let them know where they could find you, man. Let them know.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Flor Keeps, FLORKEEPS.com, FlorKeeps.com. We have a storefront in South Austin. That's the HQ OG store. If you're a little bit up north, we're in Dallas, Texas by the Design District. That is location number 2. So you can find us online, shop in store. That's currently where we're at. But keep an eye out on Instagram. Everything's at Flor Keeps. We'll be doing pop-ups, events. If you need anything for weddings or first dates, you let me know. Anything you write to the account is coming straight to me. So I'm just happy to help in
Flow
any
Keeps,
way.
man. Flow Keeps.
Yeah,
Flow Keeps.
we
You know
got
how we
you.
coming, man. You know how we coming.
Brother, thank you so much.
No, thank you, brother. And how we end it, we can let them know. I'll let you say it, man. Just tell the people to stay unfazed, man.
Yeah, just stay unfazed. There's a lot of noise out there, and it's up to you to decide to ignore it, because it's going to keep getting stronger and stronger and louder. So what are you made of, right? Just listen to yourself. What you tell yourself is what matters. And just stay unfazed. And you know what that looks like, because I'm sure you've been there.
Yeah, he said it best, man. Stay unfazed. We out of here. Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm unfazed.